Kirby, WaveRunner, Teddy Bear, Plastic Chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Can You Don't, episode 56.
Hey! Children of all ages.
Hey, Zachy!
I'm here. We're celebrating 1 month of B.
Yay! 1 month of Uncle Zach and on the couch in the
Sleeping
basement.
on the couch.
It's a nice couch.
I just picture them like pissing in a bucket.
Yeah.
It's my bucket.
We don't let him upstairs, so he pees in a bucket.
No, he just scares the kids.
Yeah.
But it's not about your personality, it's just your size. Yeah. Like you are a terrifyingly huge man.
I do like to yell at Chitrin though, too.
Yes, that's true. But we're happy to have you, Uncle Zach.
Happy to be here.
1 month. Feels like eternity to me.
Actually, it feels like it's been a little bit longer than that. Yeah.
It does, yeah. I'm not sure if that's
Fuck
good
you
or
guys?
bad, but we won't read into it too far.
I feel like fuck you guys is the correct response.
That's fair.
I meant that in a good way.
Well, I meant fuck you guys in a good way.
Oh, yeah. All right, nice.
I like a good
Fuck you.
being fucked.
Yeah, who doesn't? I might have a hard time concentrating today. I just want to be.
Why is that?
So, I had a really weird radio thing happen, and I mean I've had this happen a couple times, but not quite like this, and not quite as I guess digging back into the catalog as this would possibly be. So if you're bouncing around on the social medias, and maybe not in the same circles or following the same pages, which would be like rock or metal or whatever, but there's a little buzz going around about a band you may have heard of, Creed. And and this is as far as I know, and I've read into it, but Creed updated their profile picture. Okay? They swapped it out, and people are going, reunion tour?
Did you go check it out?
No, I just saw that people just kept on sharing that Creed had updated their profile picture. And so,
exciting.
So that made me excited for weird reasons. I don't like, but I know that they're getting some some meme love lately, where people are talking about when this song comes on, there's grown men crying in their car singing it. So they might be playing off of that and just, having some fun. But if they do go out, here nor there, maybe I'll go see them. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was in my car driving over here to record today, and I didn't have the radio on when I first got going down.
On the radio.
Downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Beautiful.
Only the hits. So no radio was on, and I'm just in my car singing. I'm going, can you take me higher?
As one does.
As one does, and it's out loud, and I push Sirius XM Turbo, which if you don't know what Turbo is, it's the old rock hits. Like you're going to hear, from Coeur.
Oh, Coeur, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'll hear Coeur, you'll hear, hey, it's me again. Like you'll hear you got Primus, you got
90s,
all the things.
Yeah.
And
You mean the bands that still make money?
yeah. I mean that's why Creed's coming back. Scott probably needs some.
Definitely needs money.
So I'm going, can you take me higher? And I push it turns on and he goes, to a place where blind men see. And it wasn't like perfectly on tempo, but goddamn, it was close. And I was, oh, no fucking way.
So this is you.
Yeah, and then here's the radio.
And you're like,
What? And then, God. And I know we fucked with that track, but it's been about 30 episodes before we brought that up. But it just blew my mind. It was sometimes you're thinking of a song and you turn it on, it's like playing, you're like, it was right there.
It's serendipity, baby.
I was singing the first chorus, this was the third, so I mean, it wasn't perfectly lined up, but just
still,
something I felt like I had to share.
I love when that kind of thing happens.
We do a live podcast backstage with Creed.
If they come to town, I might go see them.
Come check them out.
It's been last time I saw them was in 02, and that was the last tour I think they did. Right, it was like they kicked Scott out, and then
probably got banned from Spokane.
Yeah,
because
he was so hammered.
Fucked up. Yeah.
We were watching the show. We're like, dude, what's up with? Like, he was gone, and then he came out, wasn't even saying the right words.
What the fuck?
I remember we were with my friend, and we were like, what is going on here? And we were like, okay, that's it. They got to get rid of Scott. We were having this conversation. And then Alter Bridge started.
Right. And they
they
did.
rock.
And they sure did. They sure got rid of them.
Creed rocks too, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They come back. I mean, I'll consider it. Thanks to everybody who signed up.
What if they come back?
What if I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm...
Remember when Bullets came out?
No.
On album 3, they released Bullets as a single.
I didn't follow Creed.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
And I remember when Bullets came out because it was like... It was a fucking metal track, you know? And my buddy and I were like, oh, dude, they're back. And they came back with a fury.
And then track 2 was like, he don't hate.
Yeah.
Oh, he won't hate.
That was a good album.
I love kids and puppies. And I like pills and stuff. And I'm going to keep on taking them. Yeah. Scoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Wham.
And then just an amazing riff, yeah.
Yeah, right.
You guys, you keep making fun of them.
I'm
They're
not.
laughing all the way to the bank.
I'm in. I
I booked them one time. They were great.
Yeah?
It was just Scott Stapp's band, but they played fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So props to him.
So we're going. It's settled.
I
Fine?
think we should.
Fine.
If they come to Spokane, we'll go.
I think we should. We're doing a big...
We'll get him on. We'll get Scott on the show. How about
right,
that?
guaranteed. Yeah, he would just squeeze him into the basement. And have Ezra on too.
Where is the studio?
And we have Scott Stapp, and then Ezra is just talking to Scott about sprinklers.
About sprinklers.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And we just let it go.
This
let
is
it
my
ride.
favorite box fan. That's my favorite box fan.
Man. Oh my God, no way. Yeah, crazy.
Scott's
man.
into some interesting shit.
Yeah, he is. I guarantee it. Listen, we can do this all day.
Let's move on.
About Scott. I'm sure he's a great guy. I can't wait to meet him. I'm sure he's great. I don't hate him. I think you feel like I hate him. I don't hate him.
No, I don't think you hate him.
Okay.
I feel like he hates him.
Yeah.
I don't think you hate him. There's just a hate for Creed and Nickelback, those two bands that I don't get the hate for.
Don't quite get
but
it.
It's
Yeah.
like Kansas in the 90s. Like Kansas killed it in the 80s and 70s, and people were like, fuck the Kansas. And now they're cool again. So,
fuck them. Yeah, you just got to give them. It's a cycle.
yeah, it's stupid. We're dumb.
Yeah.
It's like fashion.
We just talk shit about things we liked when we were kids until we like it again.
That's
Yeah.
true. On today's show, we do have a nice fucking sweaty hog.
Yeah, we do.
We're doing a big, thick dick today. And we got some good stuff to dive into, so we're gonna be doing that.
It's like when it's like like a football player when they're wearing their pants and you can see the outline of their dick. Like when they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Big
That's the
old
first
The best
sweaty
part of
hog.
football.
That's the first thing I think about.
I remember the Super Bowl. I think it was the Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think it was Larry Fitzgerald catches the ball. He's breaking down the sideline, going for a touchdown, and he's running. And he looks up, and because in the big screen, he could see who was chasing him to see if he had enough room. And he running, and I yell out loud, "Look at him looking at his dick!" And everyone in the room, it was like they just didn't get it. It was with a group of people that don't get that style of thing. I'm like, look at him, look at his dick.
He's like, well, how's it look right now?
And everyone's like, dude,
thank
who
you.
invited this fucking guy?
don't think
And I
that's-
was like, I felt on an island when I said that.
I actually have a pretty funny deep cut story. I might need some permission to talk about Fitzgerald, like someone
Oh.
close to the team. Not bad, good
Okay.
stuff. It just shows like how awesome he actually is off
he's
the field too.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
But this particular situation, I'm gonna need permission to talk about.
Oh.
I want to say thanks to the gifts that are being sent into our P.O. box. Shout out to our daughter Paula K. Made some custom winged tipless gloves for Uncle Zach.
I love them.
So good. And thanks to our daughter
Put it
Jill.
on my dick.
Right. And if those fit on your dick,
For sure, easy.
There's no
like
way.
wrap it around like 6 times.
no
it.
way.
All right, hold on.
Thanks to our daughter Jill for the Father's Day card. Sorry, I know it's a bit late, but they've been sitting there and I just keep forgetting to put them in the show. And then thanks to our son Justin, who is from Kingrich, for the fresh ball lotion. Logan, or not Logan, that was a throwback.
Can you get that on the...
When you were talking about your chafy nuts,
Yeah. Here.
Chafing nuts.
not anymore.
Fresh body hygiene for groin area.
That sounds like something that was translated foreign.
Applies it, yeah, right?
Like, stuff for down low groin dick balls lotion. You're like, all right. I mean, it's $1 less. So
I get those messages on social. It's like, we'd like to work with you. And the English, it's just like, yeah, this is a scam.
I did another your mom thing. I shared about the pizza thing, and I did one more, which I mean, I want to share this with everybody because we're all getting all these crazy like spam shit. But I got one just today. It said, Bella, Are your files ready? I am waiting for the handover. And I wrote, your mom's a handover. Didn't get anything back. But I encourage all of you. It is so much fun. And it's not the only one I've done. It's like, oh, I missed your number. I forgot to send you a pic last time. Where do you want it? And I was like, ask your mom where she wants it. And then that's it. And you just never have to hear from him again. But you can also bait them. There's also that side of it too. But
you can debate them too.
Yeah, you could. Thanks to everyone for sending in the gifts. We love it. If you want to send something into our physical P.O. box, you can find that in the episode description. Before we jump in, we did get a quick message.
Okay.
Not from the same Justin, but it's a follow-up on some failed camping talk from a couple weeks ago, which I also have an update to that kind of redeems me just a tad. Not all the way. But it says, hey, stepdads. Stepdads?
Am I a step uncle?
Yeah, something. When I was in high school, a friend and I went camping. He told his brother to grab the trash bag out of the family storage building with the tent and sleeping bag in it and toss it in the back of the truck. He didn't check the bag, and we got to the campsite well after dark because we were dumb and fucking kids. Phrasing.
Yeah.
When he opened the bag, it was full of his little sister's teddy bears. Obviously the wrong bag. We proceeded to drink the night away while burning teddy bears because wood from the woods doesn't burn. Thanks, your stepson Justin.
He's burning Teddy Ruxpin. Hey, will you burn my
Furby? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't shake. It's like, you just watch the eyes and soul disappear. You might imagine getting out there. You're like, all right, fuck.
First of all, you're fucking kids.
Right. But like, oh man, you know what? Let's try to be responsible. We'll set up tent first, or set up camp first, tent, sleeping bags, and then we'll start drinking so it's not a problem. You used to be like, all right, no problem. You rip it open and a bunch of teddy bears fly out.
But I guess we can make this work.
I guess we can. You start gluing them together.
Yeah, you get some sticks, you build like a shelter with teddy bears.
It's so funny.
Imagine the next camper.
Oh yeah,
where they're like just what the remains of burned teddy bears. Like, this probably wasn't a good party.
You know what you have to do before you leave? You gotta draw like a little pentagram around the fire pit. Yeah, just so they're like, is this Satan stuff?
Or imagine the people camping next to him. Like if you're gutting all these teddy bears, throwing the guts into the fire and like building
the smell. The plastic cotton burning, plastic cotton. Like it's no way it's pure cotton. It's just like plastic mixed with cotton type shit.
Yeah. Now
that smell. Oof. All right. Well, that was all. Are you ready to get going?
Yeah. I don't know if I necessarily want to do this.
Yeah.
But it is fucking hot in here. I mean, my hands
right
are
now
sweating.
At the day we're recording at this time, it is 93 degrees outside, and it feels like 99 here in the studio. That's fine. I'll write it out for both of us just for now. But I might have to join you.
It's just these leather gloves, they're just the awesomeness is just making my hands sweat.
That's part of being awesome. That's part of being awesome.
I know.
Zach, do it.
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
What you got, man? What you got?
I appreciate you guys yelling at me.
Oh, sorry. You want me to dial it back?
We could just dial it back a little bit.
We're going to upset a lot of people.
Okay, dial it up if you want.
Okay.
I'm lost.
Yeah. People love us yelling at Zach. It's like, they're like, yeah, show's great. Whenever they abuse Zach, that's my favorite part of the show.
That's how a lot of people have looked at my life in general. They're like, I like it when they abuse Zach.
Can we start physically abusing him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while he comes in, we give him a spanking.
Yeah.
I'll get here early if that's the case.
Man, I feel like I flirted with those lines a little bit. And if Z were to snap, we would both be dead in 3 seconds. And eaten.
Yeah. Definitely. You guys look like gas station burritos to me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's a big body to feed.
Oh, man. All right.
I have had a rough couple weeks. I'll eat both your asses.
Whoa.
Just our asses.
Just the asses, yeah. Sorry.
Phrasing again. All right.
I'm lost. Where the fuck are we? What are we doing?
Doing the question.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
There we are.
Jesus.
That's all right.
Okay. This is from Dylan.
Hi, Dylan.
There's a chance.
What?
Words.
Yeah. Okay. There's a chance you heard one like this about a snail.
Right.
But you wanted to.
Oh my God. All right, I got it. So there's a chance that you've heard one like this about a snail.
Did you write this?
Just the fucking first 2 lines. But we're going to punch it up a bit here on Can You Don't. Because this the snail one, it's been floating around for a really long time. But here we go. You get $10 million right in your hand.
Okay.
But, however, there's a catch. There's a silverback gorilla chasing you for the rest of your life. And if it touches you, you die a horrible death. The gorilla cannot be killed. It knows your location at all times, and its only purpose is to find you. Are you taking the $10 million? I mean, I get the snail thing, but I've discussed this in the past, and the snail's just too easy to get away from.
And I mean, you could go across the sea, or,
just go anywhere,
and you got a while.
You got. There's no way the snail's making it. Like, I mean, even giving the snail enough brains to wait in a harbor and just like waits for these like the snail. He works his ass to the East Coast, 17 years, and he gets to the East Coast and he's hanging out like in a port, and he's at the bottom of the ramp. And he's like, okay, the boat gets here at 8 a.m. and it's not leaving, or it gets here at 8 p.m. It's not leaving until 8 a.m. And then he still misses it, trying to get up the boarding ramp. God damn!
He's trying to make a break for it.
He's like, fucking, he has 12 hours to make it up.
So now he's got to swim across the Atlantic?
Sure. I mean, even if he catches a boat, like, he gets off the boat, it's going to take him 2 days to get off that ramp. Like, he might get kicked. I mean, he can't be killed.
He can't be killed.
He can get squished, though. I mean, I get all that. So the snail thing, fine. But I mean, I would always take 10 million over a fucking snail chasing me. I would just lube up some stilts on my house and the snail's never getting me.
He could get up the stilt, though, after a while, after like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I just lube them up again. I got $10 million. I have $1 million is for lube. And all I do is lube my stilts.
You have a guy that just lubes.
I got a stilt luber.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
The same guy that cleans the pool.
Right.
And the hot tub also lubes my stilts. I mean, he's multi-talented.
I mean, if you're making $1 million a year, that's not a bad gig.
Well, I'm not paying him $1 million. I just have $1 million for the rest of my life to lube stilts.
Well, it's in the budget, right?
It's in the budget.
Yeah.
It's been accounted for.
Yeah.
Or you just have it like a fire. But it doesn't, I mean, fucking, he can make it through it, but like the lube part, he's not dying.
Yeah.
So he just keeps slipping off. That's fine with me. Care.
Have you scienced this? Do you know that a snail wouldn't be able to climb a lubed
There's no
object?
way. Sloobs? They just put snail and lube together. Fucking
sloob?
Sloob?
How do you know?
I'll test it.
Zach, you want to chime in on this? Do you know anything about this?
This sounds like some pseudoscience. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think Joe's being very optimistic here.
Regardless, it's a fucking snail. So being Can You Don't, and the mascot we haven't talked about in a bit. What if it's a fucking silverback
definitely one
gorilla?
of our favorites.
That is so scary. I mean, 10 million, you get to fly whenever you want. And you just like time it out. Do you have like gorilla scouts?
Can you just hunt the damn thing down?
No, but you can't kill it.
Oh.
But you can trap it.
You can trap it, yeah.
Okay.
Jurassic Park shit.
That's fine, but I feel like that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, there's no stopping it.
It has
You can't stop it, you can only hope to contain it. Kind of like Michael
Shaq
Jordan.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Shaq Diesel.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Do you want me to pass it? No. Yeah, so I mean, that's terrifying because even if somehow the snail makes it into the room,
Yeah.
it's like, oh fuck, there's a snail, but you're like, oh, okay.
Like, fuck, I got all
I
day.
can get out. But if a gorilla all of a sudden just like, I think that's the thing. I think here's the thing. I think the clause has to be, you don't get scouts. You never know where it's at. Because like if you have cameras set up and you see like, oh shit, the thing's a day out, I need to move on again.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. Like you fly to Australia and but you don't know how long it's going to take to get there.
Right.
And maybe you can start, okay, it took him 2 weeks to get to Australia. That's about the distance from here to there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to figure it out that way. Because I think if you've got scouts...
So you've got a house in Russia and a house in Australia?
Hey, you get to see the world. That's pretty cool. You can see the whole world.
And
for
so
this.
can the gorilla. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to see a lot
You're
of
going to
sights.
run out of
worldly
money, though.
gorilla.
You're going to run out of money pretty soon. I mean,
No,
$10 million
really.
is a lot of money, but if you spend the rest of your time life
but
traveling,
you can do investments the whole time. You have gorilla investments.
I see. That's how you start a company called Gorilla Investments. I feel
Just
like
to rub it in his face.
Yeah. I feel like if I was going to see, like, now we're developing this, I feel like the clause should be you never know where he's at, and you only get $10 million. That's the money you get, and you can't make
That's
any
all
more.
you get?
You can't make any more, and
Oh.
you don't know where he's at. Now you're taking
man.
it.
No. I think that no way.
So $10 million and stupid with money. That's, I don't know.
$10 million and all you can do is spend money to get away from the silverback gorilla.
So you could have a couple of houses on each continent
Yeah.
and like a private jet.
Well,
and that-
but if I only got 10 million, I'm getting a private jet. I'll just go to the airport.
You can get a private
Good,
jet.
good luck for a silverback gorilla getting through TSA.
He's got his
Can you
own.
empty your pockets?
Yeah. You're like, and the reporter going in the machine with putting his hands up.
You imagine you're putting your bag on a fucking X-ray machine, and behind you, "Whoa!" Your fucking gorilla just pounce through the metal detectors.
I visualize the silverback like not going animal instincts. Like I visualize him like going through the steps like a human does.
He has a fake little clip-on tie on.
Yeah, he's just going kind
Taking
of like
his shoes off all frustrated.
exactly.
Briefcase full of bananas.
Like it's just it's just an inconvenience for him. Yeah, they have to check his thing. They open it up and it's just
He puts his, he just reluctantly puts his briefcase on the X-ray machine, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?" So he looks up. He's like, "What the?" He sees it on the screen, then he looks over to see who it belongs to, and it's a fucking silverback
he's just
gorilla.
staring into the thing.
And he's like, a nervous,
Yeah.
a very nervous silverback gorilla. And they do that power trip where he's like, "I guess," and then rolls your bag through.
Some countries can't you not bring like fruit and stuff
Yeah.
to
Mostly anywhere from country to country, you can't just bring
so
whatever
like
you want.
he can't bring bananas.
He's just
coming
dumping
after
out
us.
his bananas in a garbage can.
like,
Broken.
People are
Sorry,
dumping out
you
water.
need to dump out your bananas.
He's opening them up and shelling them out, but keeping the peel.
Poor bastard.
I'm gonna refill this. I'll refill this banana later. Okay. Anyway, back to like real life.
Oh, that's not real.
I don't know. I don't think I would take the 10 mil. Silverback. They're so scary.
I've seen Congo. I know.
Good luck sleeping.
Amy, good gorilla.
You're like,
Yes.
I'm so far away from that gorilla, and then you pat, and you're like, am I? But am I?
I think if you if you planned it out to where like you stay somewhere for God, even a week, like
But what life is that? I think Abraham Lincoln said. He said,
did he?
He said, what is a life spent running from a silverback gorilla?
that sounds like a quote that he would have
Yeah.
done.
Or him or someone else.
Yeah, that was Thomas Jefferson. Actually.
Thomas, yeah, that's right. Thomas
Sorry
Jefferson was
about
like, he's like, what is a life if you spend it running from a silverback gorilla? And that just resonated with me, and I don't want that.
The context, though, is the second half of that quote is about taxes.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're taking it out of context.
Yeah,
there.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, man.
That was guerrilla warfare.
Oh, gotcha.
See?
It says, and you'll die a horrible death. I think being caught by a silverback gorilla wraps that one up.
He's just ripping limbs off like the.
He'd peel you like a banana. You know how many bananas I've lost in the airport?
He's taking out the
I'm
frustration.
sorry.
His job is
so hungry.
His job is already to kill you, but not his job just to kill you. But like now you've made it a huge inconvenience, so he's going to take pleasure in it.
He just ties you up as a little chart. And he's like showing you all the bananas over the years he's lost, chasing you from fucking island to island.
He's got a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. 1, and he flips it over. 2, it just goes on for years. 6,898.
That would be
Horrible way to
torturous
die.
death. Yeah,
He doesn't feed you. He's like, can I have one banana? It's like, yeah, I don't, if I fucking had one. You know who else would love a banana? Fucking me. Me. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking the 10 mil.
I think it depends on your life situation. If you're okay with your situation now, maybe you don't need to take that deal. But
Yeah.
if you're in like dire straits and you're like you need some cash,
Yeah.
I could see someone going for that.
And kind of fun. It's, I mean, it's a little exciting.
I've always had this fantasy of
You're
like
having sex?
no, of like yeah, with a silverback.
No.
No,
The gorilla.
Yeah, trying to use focus, but like the whole time, you're like, the fucking gorilla could be anywhere.
So I have this fantasy of like I don't actually want to kill somebody and be on the run,
Yeah.
but I love the idea of having to survive. Like it'd be fun for a while, like trying to dodge cops and trying
Exactly.
to hide out. So the idea of that kind of sounds fun.
I get it.
But I think I'd rather be arrested than found by a gorilla.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Again, I want to have a life and I'll do stuff and I just don't want to worry about a fucking gorilla chasing me. So
$10 million is a lot of money though.
I know it is. I'm still not doing it.
But it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress.
No, I'm right there with you.
Not with inflation these days.
Right.
Jeez.
$10 million isn't what it used to be.
That's like having $6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another Thomas Jefferson quote.
Right.
Can you imagine? You're just like, what the fuck? Like reading through all these like awesome quotes, and Thomas Jefferson's like, say fucking 10 million's worth $6. And like, you're what? That's all that's on the page. Like what
Thomas
the fuck?
Jefferson's like, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
$20. And the silverback gorilla is not worth dying for. Mm-hmm. In the same quote, you're like, what the fuck is going
It's like
on?
Thomas Jefferson's 5 keys to life.
His little workshop. Mm-hmm. TJ's workshop.
He's the radio. It's like the you always hear that thing like Rich Dad with the book and coming out to his thing to
learn how to be better.
Yeah, but it's Thomas Jefferson. He like that's the advice he gives.
All right, so fuck the money. We want to keep living our life. You had a crazy experience.
Yeah,
and we're gonna talk about it right now.
Okay.
As soon as Zach plays the thing.
Hey,
what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
Thank you for being so kind. I appreciate that.
I'm starting to pit.
I know. Me too. Oh, damn.
Just a little bit.
Given what we're talking about, it's actually kind of fucking perfect music.
Do you like boating and wave running? And
do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got fucking sea legs.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
I don't
what?
think you do. I think you get seasick, don't you?
No. I did a fair amount of boating over the holiday weekend and
motor boating.
Get on
Vertigo, Dad.
Yeah. And I got off the boat and I felt like I was still on the boat. But anyway, I do. I like it.
So we were at my sister's house. And she just got a new WaveRunner, so we were all excited. We're back there for the weekend, zipping around the lake, doing all the fun stuff.
0 to 70 in 0 seconds.
Yeah,
Man, it's so fast.
It's so fast.
I love it.
But we didn't do that.
Oh,
God, I'm sorry. I'm
It's okay.
squeaking. So,
sorry, my butthole's squeaking.
what was I saying? Okay, so I grew up in Moses Lake, shallow, shitty, dirty, mossy, weedy lake. Yes,
I thought you smelled
I'm not
familiar.
even talking about the lake. Anyway, so it's just it's a big lake, but it's shallow and it's mossy and kind of dirty and
puddle.
Like some people break out in rashes and everything. It's just not.
Sounds like a great place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
How come more people don't live there?
Dude, it's a lot of people live there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I bet. Let's take a little quality of life index. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're riding, we're wave running, we're doing, we're blade running, we're wave running.
Yeah.
We're out there in the lake, and the kids are riding. We're doing, and then so we get back to the dock, and the kids are like, "Oh, we're done." And I was like, "Oh, I might go for one more spin." And my wife Amber, she's like, "I'll go with you." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. Well,
no, you won't.
yeah, see ya, bitch."
Do a backflip off a fucking and just flip the bird.
Yeah, just slow motion flipping her
You're
off.
pointing at her and just fucking. And then just. You got this cranked on this.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
This is jet ski wave runner music.
Yes, it is.
That's what that is. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So, and I'm like, oh yeah, fine, that's fine. Let's rip around. So I was like, you can even drive. And so the kids are heading up. I'm like, oh sweet, just get a break from the kids a little bit, go right around.
Maybe
so
get your dick touched.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So we get on the back of it, or I get on the back behind her, and we start going. And it's kind of choppy. We're going over the waves. And first of all, yeah, like I'm wearing swim trunks, so I've got no support. So I'm like I'm right up against it, and then we're hitting these things, and my wiener's just rubbing up against her back, and I'm like, I'm like, sorry, just poking. This isn't having anything to do with the story, but this is an add-on. It's an added
Bonus.
Yeah, an added boner.
Wink. You get it.
So we're ripping around the lake a little bit, and I'm like, hey, let's go. There's this fountain that's around. Anybody that knows Mose Lake knows what the fountain is.
No one.
There's a couple people. There's a couple people that
I feel stupid saying this, but like everyone knows.
yeah, like everyone knows where this thing is.
It's where the smell comes from, I guess.
Well,
Amber.
My bad, sorry.
yeah.
Your wife. She's like, yeah, no, I totally give her that. Everybody else that ever has listened to the show is like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Everyone who's been on Moses Lake.
People have been there.
In Seattle, we call it Moses Hole. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
we also called it Moses Hole.
Oh,
I
fair
don't
enough.
care. It does.
guys knew.
I grew up there, but I moved the fuck away from there. So you're
there's
not
a
you're not hurting my feelings.
No.
So
There's a fountain.
There's a big fountain, and it just runs in the lake, and so people drive their boats underneath it, and they
Right.
ski underneath it and stuff. So I was like, hey, let's go see if the fountain's on. So she heads down that direction. It's on, so we're whipping around. It's got a big mist, and you're like, "Yay, this is fun!" And we're like, "All right, let's head back." So we start heading back, and like I said, the lake is really shallow, and so there's certain parts where there's just seaweed, like up to the surface, and we're going through there, and I think the weight limit. I don't remember what the weight limit is, but we were at capacity for both of us. So the back's sinking down a little bit. All of a sudden, we're going, and it's just like, it starts bogging down. We're like, oh, shit. And we look around, and there's just seaweed everywhere, and lakeweed, whatever the fuck. And she's giving it gas, and it's going, and not going anywhere. Like, oh, fuck. So I try, I'm like, oh, shit, we need to kill this engine. We're right in the middle of the lake, like a mile away from where we're at. And so I'm like, we kill it, and we come to a stop, and we're just sitting in the middle of the lake, like, what the fuck are we going to do? Yeah. Because so what happened is the weed got clogged up in the thing. And so we're basically have to stop, and we're like, oh shit, we're fucking stuck. What are we going to do?
Learn to swim. Learn to swim.
Yeah, learn to swim. Learn to swim. I'm glad we decided to wear life jackets.
Fingers, leather gloves.
Yeah, obviously.
Because it wasn't a problem.
They're buoyant. So we decided to, jump off and start swimming back and have to tow this fucking thing back. So we jump in the water, and we're looking at each other like, okay, here we go. And the current's coming obviously the opposite direction. So we're swimming. I mean, this is probably like 5 minutes. We're swimming. And I look over, and there's a boat that's like, it's parked. And I'm like, we have not fucking moved in 5 minutes. And so we're looking at each other like, we're either going to be out here all night, because we don't have a cell phone. We're a mile away from the fucking thing, middle of the lake, no traffic. I'm like, what are we going to do? So we try to swim. All of a sudden, we see like 3 jet skis, and I start waving them. And they reluctant.
wave back.
Yeah, at first they were just like, "Hey," and I was like, and I had to do like the stiff arm,
The
like,
big
"Yeah,
one. Yeah."
and the first guy like turns around and he says something to the people, and then they come over like, "Oh, sweet, they're coming over." And the person in me is like, I feel bad. They're out hitting jumps, like having a good time.
It's the best day of our life. God,
now I have
damn
to
it.
ask them to tow us back. So they get over. I ask them to tow, and they don't own the jet skis, so they can't answer us. Like, do we have ropes? I don't know if I can know. So everyone's searching for, and one of the guys ends up getting a rope. We tie the thing off. The carabiner fucking snaps in half. So it's one, like, they're not gonna be able to help us. And what I wanted to do was grab either side and have them like tow us back, like I grab them, but they wouldn't do that, which probably was a good idea. So they had this. It's this awkward moment where.
Bye.
Yeah, they're like, thanks for trying. They're like, sorry. And it's such a weird feeling when you try to help someone, you can't help them, and then you're like, sorry. And then so they get on the thing, and they just start hitting jumps out of there, and we're like, here we go. So we start
Sorry, we tried.
swimming.
See you in heaven.
That's what it was like. It's like, head, ding, ding.
They come back and start spraying you, like whipping it.
Well, they did have to come back because it's the end of the lake, and then had to go back the other way. So they look over at him. I just kind of give him an awkward
Still
wave,
here.
like, hey. And then so we're finally getting some momentum. We're moving down the lake a little bit. A boat comes up, same thing. We ask, but they don't have a rope. And it was like they're all partying, they're all drinking, like, Oh, look at you have some trouble there. Yeah, it sucks. And the whole thing, like, they didn't have anything to tow us with, too. So we're like, yeah, well, thanks for trying. So they drive off, too. And finally, this dad and kid come up on a jet ski, and they roll up. They're like, is everything okay? And they didn't speak any English.
Perfect.
Well, they didn't say, is everything okay? They started saying, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, like, gesture, like, swim, can't, or, like, can't go, engine broke.
If leave, might drown.
Yeah. And they're just like, no, like, I don't understand. And so I was just like,
I have half boner from rubbing dick on wife's back. Still not buoyant enough.
Won't go away.
Shake, wait, como se dice?
so if I could get the helicopter going, we could. It wasn't Spanish, or else I could have gotten through it. So finally, I'm like, we got to get this there, and the guy's like, oh, okay. So I was like, do you have a rope? And so it's like we're already frustrated now, no English. So I'm like, rope, tow, and the guy's like, no, and I'm like, okay. I was like, my hand, I point the edge, I grab and then go. So the guy's like, oh, okay. So I grab onto the edge. And he fucking, and not just like takes like fucking guns it, and my hand just goes, Gah! Like it almost took my arm off, and I'm like, ah! And he comes back, he's like, oh, sorry, and like we're gonna try it again. So he circles back around, and then he stops again, and he tries to go slower this time, and it takes off, but it's fucking it's lake water,
and it's
so
a fucking
WaveRunner
right off, or ski-doo, whatever you want to fucking call it.
There's nothing. I was grabbing onto like where you put your feet, like there's nothing to grab onto.
Yeah.
So that happens. And then so he comes back around again. And the kid that was on the back was like, he's pointed his hand, he pointed my hand. He's like, grab my hand. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that we'll try that. So I reach out and grab this kid's probably like 12, 13. I grab onto it. The guy guns it. And I was holding on his kid's hand, and I ripped the kid off of the WaveRunner. Yes. So he flies off the back of the WaveRunner, and now he's in the lake, like right in the middle.
And then now you hold him hostage?
Yeah, I held a gun to his head.
You get your switchblade out?
Yeah. You give
Do
me.
you understand
you
this?
Give me
motherfucker. Just what? Amber's just like, what is happening?
Now,
give me your jet ski, or I will kill your son.
I'm like gesturing, like I will kill him. You give me yours.
I'll be sorry. You do like the cry thing,
yeah.
But I will still do it. Get off your jet ski.
So anyway,
I don't want to. It will make me sad.
I'm not a bad guy.
I'm not a bad guy.
Okay, so anyway,
survival of
this guy. So the guy, now the dad has to swing back around again, and we got to get the kid up on the jet ski, and then with having a language barrier, it was like once again, it was like, sorry, can't help you, and then it's like, oh, thank you for trying, and then so they're like, bye. They drive off.
They take off. They look back, and you're doing the sad eyes.
I guess we'll just die then.
With one hand, you do this, and you just go, just fucking crying. Hope you can sleep at night. And then little cry hands. And then how'd you make it back?
We swam.
You died? You swam.
We swam and pulled the jet ski.
Fuck
like
Moses Lake.
3/4 of a mile. And then the family, they weren't even down at the dock. They were up on the thing, sitting there like drinking seltzers and stuff and hanging out.
Eating without you?
They didn't.
There's no food left.
They didn't know. Like we couldn't call them.
We gave up.
Yeah. Well, there was in between that. There was a young couple, like a high school couple, girl and guy. They come by and they're just whipping hair, blowing the wind. They drive by and they're kind of looking at us, and I was looking at them like I'm sick of asking people. But so I was just kind of like, I'm not saying anything. Amber's like, wave them now. I'm like, no, they're not going to help. They're just fucking kids. I'm thinking, no, they're kids. They're not going to help. They end up swinging back around. I'm like, oh, now I feel like a jackass.
Yeah.
So they come over and they're like, you guys need some help? And we're like,
Hi, we're wizards.
we're like, at this point, we're just gonna swim back.
Don't bother.
Like whatever. And like, are you sure? I was like, yeah.
Listen, we don't want you to
Like,
let us down.
At this point, like, I just want to get this. I just want to swim this thing out. So, and then they're like, okay. So they're like, sorry. And then they start driving off. Yeah. But I was like, oh, wait, hang on. Because I was going to have them go, will you just drive down to the house on the corner and tell them that what's going on so they know?
I was wondering why you didn't say that from the fucking start.
Your family already called up to search party like an hour in.
So they didn't hear me.
I was like, tell them to go tell your family.
Well, I finally did. And I was like, fine, I'm just going to do this. And then they didn't hear me because they got too far away. So they're just, I'm like, fuck me, dude. So it took us an hour and a half to swim and pull a fucking WaveRunner back to the dock.
What a disaster. But did you have fun before it broke?
Well, sort of. We were only right for 5 minutes. We just got started.
Fuck yeah.
But I didn't have any sunblock on.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I was just going to go zip around for 5-10 minutes and head back to the house.
Little
So
joyride.
instead, I'm swimming into the sun and my face is peeling now and everything. I just got so fried.
Oh my God.
My shoulders and face.
It reminds me of your Columbia River raft story.
Yeah.
Which you shared before. If you haven't heard it, just go. I don't even know what episode it is, but
either.
goddamn, what another survival adventure. So good.
And this one, I wasn't worried about dying. The other one, I thought we might die.
Yeah, this one was just like pain in the ass.
Yeah, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, and
I'll
all
make
that.
it eventually.
I won't go into all this, but during that, we tipped the thing 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Like when people try to help us, she would lean over and then I would lean over to grab it and we didn't offset the weight and we dumped it. And so then the people are there like trying to help us out and they have to wait for us to climb back up on this fucking WaveRunner. Anyway.
Good times.
So that was my 4th of July weekend.
I mean, God bless America.
Yeah.
Am I right? God bless Moses Lake.
Yep.
I've never been. Never been like truly
Never
engulfed
touched the water before.
and
right?
yeah, just enveloped in the culture of Moses Lake, and I think I want to do it with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Will you take me?
I try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, well, now I want in. So fucking show me the way.
Guess what city doesn't like Can You Don't anymore? Moses Lake.
Moses Lake. Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. All right. We got to get into that. We got to get into that big fucking hog.
Oh, the big old sweaty hog.
You ready? We got some good stuff to get into.
All right.
All right, let's roll it. Zach!
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick.
Sorry. I had to
What'd you do?
look at my phone. My phone's on the floor. So this was sent in last second, actually, before recording the show. And my God, this whole situation is really funny. I've never heard of this happening. Of course, being human, you know that this could happen. And I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to push play. But the headline reads, armed robber allegedly asked victim to add him on Facebook. DMs her saying, damn, you was too pretty to rob.
Wow.
It's like, dude, girl.
Yeah, here we go.
Try to rob me for my money or my things, but he really took my sense of safety in my own house.
An Indianapolis woman is robbed at gunpoint while getting her mail, but the story doesn't end there. The suspect in this case followed up with her in a very unusual way. It's a story you'll only see on WRTV. Adam Schum spoke to the victim, who shares a warning for other women.
I'm just going to give a little pause here. And I got plenty to say about news reporting.
Yeah.
What is with the credit thing? Like, I get where it's like a story you will only hear.
You're not going to get this on the other station.
On W, no fucking shits. Like, W, don't fucking care. Like, that's such a weird flex. Just tell me what happened.
Well,
no one else is going to tell you except for us on WFTP. Fuck off. Like, just a weird flex. You're a news station.
Don't go to that news station. We get the goods.
Yeah, they suck. They didn't even talk to this chick who fucking got robbed in Facebook message. Like, all right.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I think
They
that,
never have.
especially as a young female, it's something that you always think about, but you never think that it's going to happen to you.
For Amber Braun, it's still hard to wrap her mind around what happened late last month.
I had a man come up to me and try to
Sick
rob me at
B-roll.
gunpoint
Yeah, dude.
after
X-ray vision.
I had got off work late one night.
Braun was checking her mail after work when court records show a man walked up to her with a gun.
He took it out of his pocket and showed me. He's like, to show me this is what's going on.
What do you think about that?
Let me into your house. I did not do that.
Braun says she gave the man, Damian Boyce, roughly $100 in cash.
He really did try to rob me for my money or my things, but he really took my sense of safety in my own house.
This isn't where the story ends. Boyce got the money, but that's not all he appeared to be after. Court documents state Boyce then pointed his gun at her and told her to add him on Facebook.
And I thought maybe if I added him on Facebook, that would be it, and he'd leave, and he did.
Court documents show after that friend request, he left. But that's not where their exchange ends. Instead, the DM started flowing. Court documents show Facebook messages between Boyce sent to Braun, where he said he's going to pay her back.
I'm going to pay you back.
She was too pretty to rob.
But then he continued to message me on Facebook the next day.
He then made his move, asking her to come chill.
I just can't understand the thought process of somebody who would.
Materials, those are replaceable, but your life is not.
Anyway, so that's the gist. Can you imagine?
Like, he doesn't realize how bad what he did was.
I don't think he knows how reality works at all.
Yeah.
Like 0%.
Hey, I know you ain't busy because I got your mail, too.
Right. It says here, like, I got your bank statements.
Yeah.
You ain't doing shit. Because
Plus, I got your $100.
the only place you should be going is to work because you got 50 bucks
to pay.
Because you got $50 in your savings and 25 in your checking. If you come over, I will buy you Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the money.
With the money I stole.
Right.
With your money.
I'll treat you to some pizza.
I'll treat you some pizza. You was too pretty, Rob. God damn, that's funny.
That's
so good.
all sense of reality is just, what the fuck?
And is it weird that I kind of see that, like, with whatever world we live in right now, there's also that situation's probably worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, "Look, I'm so sorry." And then the girl was like, I mean, he is kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I like bad boys.
Like that mug shot of that one guy.
Yeah, they still got married. Like, everything worked out for the best.
I mean, honestly, I could see where, like, somebody's just desperate for money, where you're, like, pointing a gun at someone, like, I'm so sorry. I'm not this type of person. Like, I could see a situation where that happens, where, like, I don't want to do this. This isn't personal. I just need money.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I legitimately will pay you back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, like, asking on a date, that's another level. But I could see.
Come chill?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just creeping her profile pics.
Yeah. He's liking her pictures.
He's like, damn. What do you think is going to happen, Royce? You're fucked. You're fucked.
Starts getting policeman friend requests.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Who knew?
Exactly. Gets invited to like different events, and it's just like police hang
Police
out.
gala. Come on over, bud.
The fundraiser for local police.
Yeah.
Accept invite. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. Come here. It's not that bad, darling. I miss that bird. It was a fucking great bird. Anyway, I mean, that was it. That's all I got for that.
Yeah, I don't even know really what to say. That's just like,
I mean, it's great. It's just the fucking balls. What a world.
I mean, that, yeah.
Like, and influences, people do anything for followers. So just to imagine in any situation, like, I don't know, it's like got in a car accident and you're fucking like, the EMT save you and you wake up, you're like, you mind fucking following my Instagram?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be just, that's just so top of mind. Like, I don't want to do this, but fucking follow me.
I had a skit.
I'm trying to get verified.
I had a skit one time where I have never done it, but I always wanted to do it where you're like, because people update what they're doing at all times. So I just had this thing where this guy gets in like this horrific car accident, falls down. He's like trapped in his car upside down. And the shot's like him reaching for his phone. And it's like his hand's all bloody. And you think, oh, he's just trying to get this phone to call paramedics.
Yeah.
And he picks up his phone. He like opens up the Twitter app. And he's like, oh, fuck. Just gotten like a bad car accident. You know, like, and he's like looking for hashtags.
Look
and
at
shit.
me. He's like doing duck lips. It's just glass stuck in his mouth. And he's like, I'm doing a...
Ow.
Using a filter?
What emoji should I use for this situation?
Yeah. Ouch. Like little headache emoji. Like, ooh. Never thought this would happen to me.
The head explosion.
Mind blown. He's like, doing a kiss. Or he's like fucking drags it there and it's like, He's like, shit, 2 Tinder messages. Fucking open Hinge. He's like, fuck.
Well, I mean,
who's talking to me?
Anybody that's gets sidetracked on a phone where you go to check the weather, and then you check the weather, and all of a sudden you're like you're in some weird app, like flipping through all this shit. You're like, oh, that's right, and then you put it away, and you're like, I didn't even check the weather.
You open up to call 911, but you're like, fuck. I mean, is the whole week this beautiful?
News headlines. You're like commenting on news headlines.
Today's hot as shit. Is tomorrow better? You're like,
are you fucking serious? That really happened? You're commenting.
Group text. Like, you're not gonna guess what happened, lol. Anyway, I can't go boating today. Just send a picture of you glass all over your face.
All your buddies like, dude, what a fucking
crazy
pussy.
Oh man,
you better be here.
Suck it up, dude. Okay, let's move on. Let's slide down this fucking thick ass hog.
Oh.
What you got for us this week, Brad Guy?
What do I have?
Yeah, do it. Pick the thing.
I want to do this one.
Okay.
This guy. Here's the headline.
Okay.
Florida police officers are accused of jailing their young son over potty training accidents.
All right. I think, okay.
That sounds like a fair response to
Yeah.
it. I think that.
Yeah.
Florida police officers accused of twice putting their 3.5-year-old son in a jail cell to punish him for potty training accidents remain on the job while an investigation continues.
Okay.
Nearly 9 months later, the Daytona Beach Sheriff Department is talking about the most regular... The city's strives to always be an open and transparent. However, due to the court that was issued to the city, we are unable to comment at this time. This is fucking bunch of fluff. Anyway, I'm not going to read the article. So basically what happened was...
You don't say.
Fucking fluff.
It's just a bunch of news people plugging their fucking...
That's what it sounded like.
When you oh my god, when you mess up reading from now on, just say fuck, shit, and then just keep going. So this just in coming in, fuck, I'm like, shit. You're so stupid, fucking idiot. You're always fucking up. And they're still on the job as of fuck. God damn it. You've been practicing. Use your words. Move your mouth. So
we talked about this.
Lips, mouth,
flippity flappity,
tongue. Anyway, so they're still on the job. So it sounds like they were trying to like teach a lesson.
Yeah. So they jailed their son twice. They were interviewed by a state child abuse investigator who was escorted to their home by the sheriff, whose body camera recorded conversation. The video was sent to the media. Basically during the hour-long video, the child's mother said that she didn't believe they did anything wrong, adding that it's just people getting it twisted. She also called the investigation the definition of insanity.
They're like, we told him not to drop the soap. I mean, we warned him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What? Yeah. Listen, son. Does it say how old the kid was?
He's 3.5. Okay. So basically, what happened was they explained that their daycare center requires that children stop using diapers by age 3. But the boy was still having accidents. So while the school was being lenient, they were trying to do everything possible to get him potty trained. So instead, they just fucking jailed him because you pissed in the fucking toilet, you stupid fucking idiot.
Zach, what were you saying?
Corporal punishment. That's a good way to do things for kids. That's how they learn.
And being a parent, I get it. I get the correlation. I was frustrated. Ezra, autistic, and it took him way longer. Like he's all figured out now, but god damn, it was so frustrating. And I remember posting a picture of me helping me in the yard building something, and he was like using the damper to smash down some gravel, and he was wearing a diaper, and he's like 5 years old, and someone's like, "Why is your 5-year-old still wearing a diaper?" Mm-hmm. It's like, oh fuck, like I forgot.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit, he is.
Oh my god.
You're right.
Man, I should get him out of those things.
Like, just wait right there. I'm going to come to your house and I'll show you why.
Yeah, I'll say my address. Can you come over and show me how to get him out of his diapers? Like
typical dad.
We just haven't been trying. We just gave up.
Yeah.
No, but I get that and the frustration behind all of that. And I can see the parents doing like listen, if you guys keep fighting, I'm going to have to call the police. You know, that little line. Mm-hmm. And then this guy just happened to be a cop. And the kid pisses his pants. And he's like, get in the fucking cruiser. Mm-hmm. He's like, can I get in front? Get in the back.
Get in the back.
And handcuffs him.
Mm-hmm. In a car seat.
Handcuffed in a car seat.
Imagine.
With the pants full of piss. What could go wrong?
We've tried.
Have you heard of trauma?
Yeah, right. Like the idea of like, it kind of is like when you have a little kid, it kind of is like you're a police officer. You force them into the back of the car, you buckle them in, you drive them, then you're the one that has to let them out. So it kind of is that way.
You got to protect them. Yeah. And if you hit them, like then you get in trouble for it. It's a whole. I mean, everyone's a fucking police.
But you can't OC them in the face when they get out of hand, though. That's the problem.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. You live in the mountains. You might get away with some shit like that. Well, I mean, it reminds me of a story that I have read where officers did the same thing for a kid that was stealing a candy bar. So he got caught stealing a candy bar, and that parent like got the cops involved, like being funny, like trying to teach the kid a lesson. And the cops showed up and arrested this kid over stealing a candy bar, drove him back, and made him like give the candy bar back.
Now this will happen for real if you.
If you next time you steal something good. Yeah.
Bread.
Bread.
TVs.
Oh. Quit stealing fucking Almond Joys. No, I mean, it's low. Just get those Reese's Pieces. I mean, that's what.
No one likes Almond Joys.
That's what this is all about.
Coconut has a very low resale value on the black market.
Yeah, really does. I mean, I was just checking those prices yesterday. I'm sure you were checking them today.
Yeah, I mean, I'd look at it every day.
Yeah,
a couple times a day.
Fucking coconut black market prices. That's your fascination.
So this guy,
your wife's like, Brian, you have to pay attention to the kids, honey. You know I have to check the coconut prices on the black market.
You know this is my busy time of the year.
Right. I know, but you're missing your kids. Their piano recital. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it's shit. Right now, coconut prices are fucking awesome.
You know I got burned on Bitcoin. I'm fucking all in now.
I'm all in on coconuts. You think I'm nuts? Wait till we're millionaires. Oh, man. So I get the angle. Fucking insane, though.
Yeah.
The trauma you're causing by shaming your kid that far.
Well, listen to this guy. He says, we've tried books. We've tried to run around with pants, no pants. You name it, we've tried it. And then he says, I said, you know what I do for a living? The father explained. I said, I'm a cop. I take bad boys to jail. They don't follow the law. So that's what I did. I said, you aren't following the rules. Let's go to jail. The father said the cell was nasty. So he checked it out for contraband before putting his son inside. He told the investigators the boy was behind bars for 13 minutes. And he had eyes on him the entire time.
The kid made a shank in 12 minutes.
It got on, just stabbed his dad in the thigh.
The kid was crying. The father said, I was getting the response I expected from him.
Oh my God.
The tactic worked. The child made good on his promise not to have any more accidents, the father told investigators.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So and apparently he did this before with his older son about 9 years ago. When the child admitted hitting a girl in preschool. He said he told his son that in his job, he puts people in jail when they hit others. Took him to jail and he sat there. And I watched him.
I watched him not hit any girls.
Yeah, that's right. He's crying and everything.
He's crying and everything, just like I wanted him to.
He's in a prison gang now, but things are fine.
Right, yeah, no, he's grew up and he got a lot of fucking angst and fucking hates you, but at least he wasn't peeing his pants, right, Dad?
That's right.
Let's move on. Let's do one more little quick story here. This just made me laugh. But the headline says, United Airlines CEO apologizes for, quote, insensitive decision to fly private as airline was canceling flights.
Oops.
Not even oops. I mean, I'm fucking flying private. If my company's planes all get fucking canceled, and I'm like, I got places to be. I'm fucking flying private. So United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby apologized for flying private the same week the airline canceled thousands of flights, leaving customers stranded across the United States. And he said, taking a private jet was the wrong decision because it was insensitive to our customers who were waiting to get home, Kirby said in a statement shared by NBC News by the airline. I sincerely apologize to our customers and our team members to have been working around the clock for several days, often through severe weather, to take care of our customers. Kirby took the private jet from Teterboro, New Jersey to Denver. The same day, United Airlines canceled 750 flights. United has canceled almost 3,000 flights this week, most of them at the Newark Liberty International Airport. I promise to better demonstrate my respect for the dedication of our team members and loyalty of our customers, Kirby said.
He got fucking caught.
That's all it is. That's every apology like that is just shit. I got caught.
I would have got away with it. It wasn't for you nasty kids.
Exactly. Fucking Scooby got him.
You know? And
wow!
I'm not rich. Far from it. But why have all this money if you can't get yourself out of some jams like this?
That's true. I mean, you could have the...
Can you imagine knowing, look, you're Kirby, CEO Kirby guy, Kirby, whatever his name was, Scott Kirby. And the plane you want to get on, I'm assuming first class, got canceled. And you're just like staring out the window at a private jet you can get on. And you're like, that'd be insensitive.
But I got that shit in my wallet. It don't even matter to me.
He looks out there. It's his plane. It has
Kirby on the side.
His face on the wing. It just says Kirby Airlines.
I probably should.
And he's like, oh man, just don't want to make our team members and customers feel bad. Guess I'll sit in this comfortable airport chair.
Isn't that kind of like the French Prime Minister Macron when he was talking to an audience of press people.
Okay.
And he's got a $80,000 watch on, and they're talking about like pension cuts and shit. And he took the watch off underneath the desk. He's like, yeah, this is probably gonna look bad.
He's like, yikes.
He's just down there. Oh, listen, yeah, we understand. He's like trying to put.
I understand the plight of the common man.
He's putting in his pocket.
This could put your kids through
Drops it on the
college.
ground.
Oh God. He's imagine like a politician or a president. I don't care. He's coming in to make like an address, and he gets carried in like on a gold chair, and pops down. And he's like, "Thank you, thank you." And he's like, "Listen, I'm struggling as much as everyone else.
I'm one of you."
All of our wallets are getting a little tight these days.
Yeah.
And he's like, whatever. And they're like, questions. Like, sorry. And he turns around, they just pick him back up and put him in his gold chair.
No, he says that, it zooms out, and there's a guy with a big feather going. He's like, hey, listen, I've got...
The whole time his hair is like whipping, but in a wave motion.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
And it zooms out, and
it's waving in front. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's fairness.
Oh, listen. The economy is hitting me just as hard as ever.
I'm doing everything I can. I promise me. So God bless America. I think it gets on a gold scooter, a fucking Vespa, just wheelies out of the conference room.
Throws the peace sign.
Fucking everyone's like, what the shit?
There goes a man of the people.
I mean, even tinier things, like he has a gold microphone. Just like
right.
Small
subtle things.
Yeah. Diamond earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I bet you are. struggling, buddy. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for some fat.
That's all the time we have.
That's all the time we have. Let's take a look at some good news. This is actually some pretty fascinating stuff.
Right.
Hey, Zachy.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
Yeah! So not your typical good news article this week, but we do jump over to the science world, and this just fucking blew my mind. It says, world's first tooth regrowth medicine moves towards clinical trials in Japan. The fact, I mean, sure, we're still waiting on flying cars. But the fact that there's medicine that could be available, or like there are more trials that are going to start in July of 2024, and they're saying by 2030 you can take medicine to regrow your teeth. Meth users rejoice! Mm-hmm. This is a reason to use meth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like meth not even once. I'm
if
like,
I
meth,
needed a reason,
if I needed, yeah, it was like, oh, I might lose my family. Well, we've already done that without meth. Come on, tough crowd.
Are these like full-size teeth? Or are these like baby teeth? You get just little baby teeth.
You just, and you're still proud of them because you didn't have any. And you're like, check these chompers out.
They're fucking white though, god dang it.
You got those tiny shark teeth? As a grown-ass man, but you've never had them, so like you're proud and you're smiling. And you just have tiny little baby teeth.
It's all gums, baby.
Yeah, I mean, sure. There's going to be a learning curve on the tooth growing.
They're all different sizes.
They're all molars.
Oh my god, molars in the front.
Molars in the front, fucking front teeth in the back. There's gotta be a t-shirt for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's really all. It just blew my mind that, I mean, modern medicine, all side effects aside, what are the side effects of teeth growing? They just don't grow in the right spot.
Get some in your ear.
You take them and just like fucking couple teeth growing out your nose. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's one tooth, but it's fucking 8 inches.
It's like a
saber tooth.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Just
that's what they
one
sound
saber
like.
tooth.
It's all on the left side. You got a big old dangler in there.
Yeah.
Just
sharpening up.
Polishing that guy up at fucking Golden Corral.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Corral fears you.
Yeah.
With your saber tooth. Yeah, tooth.
Get that bourbon chicken.
Not saber teeth. Tooth.
Saber tooth?
No, just one.
Well, saber tooth tiger.
Right.
Shouldn't it be a saber teeth tiger?
It should be. You're right. I think that's a chalk it up as another fucking misfire for the human race.
It's like Bigfoot should be big feet, damn it.
Yeah, he doesn't have one. I feel like that's something you've talked about. Is it?
Yeah.
Bigfoots.
Scatcast.
With a K, not a C. You don't want to see what the C
I was just about to say that.
Scatcast.com. That's not good.
You guys need to buy that domain too.
Yeah, we probably should.
SKAT.
I think they make a lot of money on the old SC. There's a lot of poop fans.
What was it? CanYouDon't.com. If you don't go Can You Don't podcast, just links you to an Asian porn site. Do you remember that? Fuck yeah.
You gotta get them all in the general vicinity. Like you gotta do like Scatcast sucks.
Oh yeah.
Because someone will type it in and you want to have it.
Agreed.
Scatcast.
And they would be right.
Dilemma. Tragedy. Yeah, that was it. Teeth stuff.
ZachBlowsGoats.com.
Yeah, .net. Gov. You got to get them all in there.
My mom bought that one. I don't know why.
Type it in, Zach.
He just has like your like grades from high school. And you're like, God.
Nope, site can't be reached.
God damn it, Mom.
Might want to snag that one.
You got it. I'm on it.
All right, let's take a look at something you found on the internet this week.
Let me get back to the screen. Okay.
All right, Zach, when you're ready.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome! Yes!
As a couple.
As a couple. Together as a couple.
So what I found is this thing called it's jollyrogertelephone.com.
Nice.
Is the website.
Yeah.
And basically what it is, it's a piece of software like you sign up, you get $2 for $2 a month. You basically it's powered by AI, chat, GDP, all that kind of shit.
Right.
Like you can have this thing go when a telemarketer calls, and it will start a conversation. And I forgot to plug in my volume. Hang on.
God damn it. That is that's a funny concept. I mean, it's way more intricate than just writing back your mom's a handover.
Yes.
But I mean, we'll see.
It goes into like
I'm curious to learn more
because it's generated by AI, so it's just like you don't know what it's going to say.
Where's it going to go? Oh, crank that up.
Crank it up, man.
What did it say?
Handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to turn
Let me start over.
Okay.
Okay.
Turn me on.
Do you have a remote control in your handy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the girl's the
That's
AI.
so interesting. Speaking of TV, did you know I just won a local talent show? It's so much fun. What's your favorite talent show on TV? Maybe we can chat about that while you tell me more about this cable box upgrade.
I watch American Premier Movie channels only.
That's so exciting. I just won a local talent show, and I've been looking for ways to celebrate. Can you tell me more about these TV services? Maybe I can have a big viewing party with my friends.
Like, ma'am, the thing is that I'm calling you from the TV services that you are using at your place.
I just got a promotion at work, and I'm super excited about it. I've been thinking about upgrading my TV setup to celebrate. Can you tell me more about these new fiber optic cables and how they'll improve my TV experience? I'd love to hear all the details.
Okay. Ma'am, first of all, we have to check the compatibility of your boxes, like the boxes that you have at your place. Like, if they are good in condition, then, okay. First of all, we will check the compatibility and let you know the condition of your boxes. Like, if your boxes are need to be replaced, we will provide you attendant at your place.
Yeah.
But if your boxes are just need to be updated, we will update your boxes right now with our online system, and no one will bother you at your doorstep.
Yeah.
And after the update of your TV services, you will see by your side that the sound quality and the picture quality was much better than before. And you will never ever face any kind of problem regarding losing your TV services
Any
in
little
the
gap.
next 25 to 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
So, ma'am, can you please grab the remote control in your handy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. Like, ma'am, do you see an info button in the middle of your remote control?
Yeah.
Okay, you just have to press and hold it for 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of TV, I just won a local talent show, and I'm going to be on TV soon. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. Do you think the new fiber optic cable will make my performance look even better on TV?
No.
Like, the part in there where she was talking about celebrating for getting a promotion at work, and she was like, the way she's going to celebrate was upgrading her TV package. Can you imagine, like, fucking winning the Super Bowl?
What are you gonna do?
Finally upgrade my TV package. What?
I've been thinking about adding stars.
Stars, and I mean, I just watching scrambled boobs for 40 years. And I think I'm gonna see some normal boobs.
I think it's some HBO.
Oh, that is great.
My own account.
So what was that? Was Jolly Roger Telephone?
Yeah,
That's
JollyRoger.com.
God, that is great. That was funny.
It's like $2 a month, so $24 for a year.
Oh,
and they have some more examples on there if you want to go check that out and just listen to some more.
I love these. Like you get, yep,
yeah,
just a huge okay, and then yep, cut them off with the yeps. Yep. All right, we have some good. We have whatever we always do from our kids this week. So let's hear from them.
Okay,
you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, Zach, we're fucking.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
Dude, I'm struggling over here with the heat.
I can smell myself.
You guys smell pretty ripe in there.
What? You have a little smeller in here?
Not good.
Can you smell through the microphone?
Coming through the damn door.
Will they ever be able to figure that technology out?
The smellies?
Like, no, through it, like if you're talking to your wife overseas, and she spritzes into the thing and like you can smell it.
They tried that and they're trying to bring it back again, but they tried that with movie theaters, and the problem was all the smells just started building up. So they'd be like, you think you're in a field, and they put a certain smell out, but then you couldn't clear it fast enough for the next smell,
right?
And it gets turned into
mess.
a fucking disaster. And speaking of disaster, segue. Our first email is coming in from our happy to be alive son Tyler, who writes, "What's up, fuckheads? Hey, you don't talk to your dad.
We'll kill
like that.
you.
Your lucky son Tyler here. I was listening to Infection Home Depot sinking baby seal while driving to my job site in the company vehicle. I'm an appliance repair technician, and I regularly drive multiple hours to people's homes. Anyway, I was going 65 down the highway when some high schooler pulled out in front of me from the right going left. I swerved in time to avoid hitting him, but he hit me on the passenger side. I smacked my head on the driver's window and lost consciousness. I woke up after about 30 seconds to you guys making dubstep seal sounds at full blast on the radio. Do you remember that?
Not really.
Because we're talking about Club Seal, how they only let 100 in, or 200, whatever it was. It was like, arf, arf, arf. So he fucking wakes up to that. I didn't know it at the time, but if I hadn't woken up and shut off the engine that soon, then the gas that was pooling under the cab would have caught fire and turned the truck into a jumbo pressure cooker. Of course, they only told me that after I was safe. In fact, I distinctly remember the officer telling me I was lucky to be alive, and I just looked at her and I said, didn't seem that bad. The kid and his dog he had with him were uninjured, and I made it out with concussion and shifted spine.
Jesus.
I put some photos below of the accident and my back shortly after. Love the show. 5 out of 5 stars, and thanks for the save. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the car accident. But yeah, man, you got fucked up. But waking up to that?
Yeah. When I remember when I read that email, I started laughing out loud because I didn't remember the story. But I was telling my wife, I was like, what the way it read, and she's just like, Jesus Christ, like what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. We were doing something stupid.
What a weird. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get knocked out, and you wake up to hearing like some weird shit. But to have dubstep, like just to add the confusion.
Yeah.
What in the fuck is happening? Wild stuff. Tyler, we are happy that you are alive. Do you want to read our next one, Brian?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
If you mess up, just say fuck or shit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second email coming from our son Danny, which complements the last email very well.
Okay.
Hey there, daddies. When I was really young, maybe 6 or 7 years old, I remember driving to the beach with my brother and grandfather in my grandfather's van. My grandfather was a carpenter, so his van was set up with shelves, trays, corkboards, all that kind of tools, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So of course, the back rows of seats didn't exist. My brother and I would argue over who got to sit in passenger seat because our grandfather's solution was just to throw plastic lawn chair in the back. God. Not bolted down or anything. Turns were super awesome.
I
This
bet.
wasn't at one time. It wasn't a one-time thing either. This was every time we drove to the beach with him. Or anytime we had to ride along with him. Anyway, fuck you guys, especially Zach, because he's new. Love always.
Hey, fuck you, Betty.
Fuck you, Betty. I remember I had a similar experience like that. My uncle had a van like that, and he had but the passenger seat, he would just throw all of his trash. He wouldn't throw it away. It would be throw it in the passenger thing. So you'd sit with like your feet up on basically like a footstool, but it was trash.
Yeah.
And then the back was just all trash too.
Oh,
and like
how?
it was like
Moses Lake?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, that makes sense.
But I remember he kind of had the same thing. He had like an old couch. It was just like, it was in the back, and you turn it, and it would just slide around.
I guess.
And when you're a kid, it's fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just picturing the parents, like your parents.
Uh-huh.
He was like, we're not letting you take our kids unless you get something for them to sit in. And he's like, okay, fuck. And he swings by a garage sale, buys a couch, and just fucking throws it in the bag. Now they have a place to sit. And your parents are like, all right, cool.
No problem.
Like,
way back then it was fine, but it's so funny to think about, like, fuck, your Uncle John's gonna have to pick him up. Are you sure you can't get there on time? He's like, no, I can't make it. You have to call him.
They have a 50-50 chance of making it home.
It's like Uncle Buck. It's like, oh shit, we got to get Buck to do this.
God damn it. Oh, absolutely. My dad, same thing. It was never seats in the back. It's all the carpentry tool shit. And then growing up with his little Datsun truck, he had a little shell on it. And there's only room for one person up front, two if you want to smash in, and the rest of it you just laid on a futon, like in the back, and just go on.
And those they were manuals, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So you had to sit and like just reaching over your lap and shifting.
Yeah, and like the floorboard had rust. You could just see the road.
Oh, yeah.
Below it.
Yep.
Yeah, just through the fucking floorboard on the passenger side. And then everyone else just laid on a futon. You go on a 400, 600 mile fucking drive.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah. And it's like, yeah, we all ended up fine. It's like, well, but I mean,
look how we turned out.
It's like, yeah, a minor accident. We were fucked.
Yeah.
And
you got lucky.
Yeah, exactly. The odds were not in your favor. All right, well, we made it through.
We did.
Yeah, in my head, plenty of times, just can't take you higher. But I held it in, and we've made it to the end. How do you feel?
I feel really hot.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Want to be a part of the gaggle? Sign up, patreon.com/CanYouDon'tPodcast. Thank you to everybody who's doing that. You can also find a link in the episode description. Of course, we're on the socials, we're on the YouTubes. Send something into the show. Hey guys at CanYouDon'TPodcast.com. Want to do what other people have done and send us something physical in the mail. We love getting the physical fan mail stuff. You can find the P.O. Box address, again, in the episode description. As always, Uncle Zach, 1 month, baby. Producing today's show. And be sure to check out everything Zach does at scatcast.com. That is SKATCAST.com. He does a ton of work on it. A lot of fun. He'll get wrapped up in the fucking scativerse. You have so many weird terms in your community.
Scatverse. It is very strange.
Is Scatverse part of it?
The most recent one was Battle Scats. I like
Battle
those
Scats. All right,
pretty
cool,
tight.
Man. Thanks to our babysitters moderating the Can You Don't Facebook page. And then you brought something, little funny thing on the back end.
I did, but go follow my socials too.
No.
Yeah.
Zach, I'm just kidding. Just roll it.
I just thinking about, like, I never I never plug it.
Yeah, plug your socials.
Yeah, just my name, Brian Auburn. Go
all together. So anal's in the middle.
Yeah, there's an anal in the middle. If there's no anal in the middle, it's not.
You spelled it wrong.
It's got to
Not
be
a human centipede.
right.
Well, I remember that one. I like that. All right, are you ready for a little funny?
Yeah, I got a joke for you.
All right, Ziza.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
What is it?
This is actually from our gal pal Penny.
Okay, babysitter.
She's a babysitter.
Babysitter Penny.
Do you know why ducks have tail feathers?
Do I? No, I don't.
To cover their butt quacks.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
And it does do it.
It does.
Which is fucking pretty cool.
Have you ever seen a duck's butthole?
Only when I get real close and curious.
Are they like chicken buttholes?
Cloaca.
Well, chicken butthole would be a little. Well, I feel like chicken buttholes are up higher, aren't they?
I think you're right.
Because
Yeah.
like a duck's, the way that a duck's body is, it's kind of flat on the bottom, where chickens kind of rise up in the back, don't they?
They got that dinosaur ass. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's why more people
Yeah.
fuck chickens than ducks.
You got it.
Yeah.
Easier to. All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking around for 56. If you subscribe to us on Patreon, the show keeps going. If you don't, we'll see you guys next week.